My name is Tootie Lynn Ramsey. If I love wrestling, you love wrestling, we
Not here,
love
you
wrestling.
missing out. Was this show?
Welcome to Women on Wednesday. Woo, 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 woo. I'm crazy, whatever you want to call me. We got Cinko here from Know the Roast podcast, and today we have somebody. Saw her about a month ago live, but yesterday she was announced as the first entrance into the NWA Women's Tournament happening August 28th at the Chase in St. Louis. We have Miss Tootie Lynn Ramsey with us. How are you doing today?
Whoop, whoop. I'm doing really good. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing great. Cinko.
I'm doing good. Can't complain. Blessed and highly favored right now.
So before we get into it, Tootie, y'all, this is the first question I always ask when anybody comes on. Why do you love wrestling? / what started your love for wrestling?
So, what started my love for wrestling was my grandfather, Lynn Maggart, and my stepfather, Azim Harris. They started my love for wrestling, and I've been watching it with them since forever, since I was little. But unfortunately, when they both passed away, I stopped watching wrestling for a long time. So it just didn't, it just didn't feel the same because they weren't there to watch it with me. Like my grandpa wasn't here to like walk around and pretend he Macho Man, or my stepdad, he wasn't around to like act like Batista. So like it just wasn't the same. But what got me back into it, I caught my little sister watching it. And she's my stepdad's daughter. But she was only 3 months when he passed away. So I caught her watching it. So I just decided to sit down and watch it with her. And it brought back memories and the feeling of love for professional wrestling. So after I got my black belt, I decided, hey, maybe this is something that I would like to try. Like it looks more I wouldn't say more challenging because getting my black belt was not easy, but it just looks like another challenge, so I decided to challenge myself, see how I like it, see, just to get a feel for it. And I just boom, it just happened.
Just happened. Let's talk about what just happened though.
Okay.
Yesterday I'm watching the press conference. I see him going through. I'm like, oh, Tootie's sitting up there because last week he was on Twitter like, hey, Mickie James, check this out and everything. So I'm like, she's from St. Louis. It'll be dope if she get on the show some type of way. But you at the press conference, she announced you as the first entrance. How did that feel?
That felt like a breath of fresh air. First of all, shout out to Mickie and Nick Aldi, the Chase, everybody that's allowing us to do it, and thank God for my fans, because without my fans, I wouldn't have even got on there. Like without the buzz and my friends down at the dojo, my family, like I wouldn't have got on it. But it definitely was a fresh breath air. It was just nice to hear my name come out of Mickie James' mouth announcing me as the first contestant. Felt really good.
So I'm not from St. Louis, but I know when they announced wrestling at the Chase, this is why I brought Cinko on here. He got very hyped. He was like, wrestling's back at the Chase. Oh, it's long overdue. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you hold near and dear to you also, wrestling at the Chase?
Yeah. I mean, okay, honestly, I've never, I had to do a little history on wrestling at the Chase, and I just thought it was amazing how they used to run in St. Louis. So this does mean a lot to me because being from St. Louis, why would I not want to participate in something like this? And like you said, it's been a long time since they ran. I think it's a brilliant idea that they're bringing it back.
Tickets go on sale Friday. Make sure you're in the building.
Yes, please.
Cinko, let's the St. Louis connection. Let's get you in here.
Cool. What's up, Tootie? How you doing today?
How you doing, Cinko? I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah. So I do remember seeing you back when you did first start training back there when I was around here and there partially and kicking it with Outlaw and everything. But with that, on the start of your journey, how did that go? How the beginning of the journey of the Little Blue Dragon portrayed for you?
So, how it all started. So we all know Tootie. She has the black belt background. She started as a ninja, right?
Right.
So then, like, as I started getting all these bookings, like I've had people tell me, hey, I think it would be a good idea for you to do like a luchadora gimmick. There are no black women out there doing the mask gimmick, and I did my research. I am the only African-American female doing this gimmick. So what I did, I was thinking like, luchadora, lucha, I love Rey Mysterio and Pentagon. So how about like a dragon mask? Like I thought that would be great. So then I Googled the meaning of spirit in Japanese because I love Japanese culture. So I Googled the meaning, what it means, and it means seishin. So I was like, let me call my other persona Seishin, indomitable spirit. So basically, Seishin is Tootie's inner spirit.
Cool, I got it there because I was wondering where that all came from. Because I remember you starting off, you were just going back like your name, Tootie Lynn Ramsey and everything. Then I popped out, came back again. You had the mask on. I was like, okay, it's a blue dragon gimmick. So yeah, it was good. I like it, everything. So and also you say you are correct black belt, correct? So you implement your I get more like your wrestling style is more of a striker, correct?
Yes, striker, definitely.
Okay, cool. All right, so with that, so you've probably been wrestling by like what 4 or 5 years?
4.
Okay, 4 years. And so with that, in that short amount of time, you have accomplished a lot of things. When it comes to matches, places you've been to. Now I've seen you time from time, on social media doing this, doing that, taking pictures, getting all the praise that you deserve and giving your flowers. You've been doing great.
Thank you.
But out of all of that, what is probably what's one of the biggest matches you ever been in your career so far?
So I would say one of the biggest matches that I've ever been in is it's between either Su Yung from Impact or Hakeem Zane, who's also from Impact. So it's between those two. Those were my biggest matches because with them being names and more of a challenge, like I feel like that they're definitely my biggest matches.
Okay, cool, not bad. And with that, and who is I'm not sure if you was gonna ask this question now, Trey, but if you are, I apologize. I don't want to take on your thing, but after this, I'm gonna pass on to you. But with that, who is a wrestler that you look forward to going against one-on-one in the ring?
Big Swole.
I saw that on Twitter. You asked if you want to wrestle a match with her. She responded to you. I saw that. I peeped that a while back. So yeah. Pass it back to you, Short.
Oh man, I usually ask like 3. I ask for the 3 that they want to face. That's what I usually do. But let's talk about this match you just had with Trisha Dora, 30-minute Iron Woman match.
Okay.
First 15 to 20 minutes I watched, you was going back and forth on holds. Got to about the 20-minute mark. You two were, you got a little more intense. You got up some more. You was hitting. The last 5 minutes of it, you seemed tired. I didn't know. I thought it was going to go to full 30 minutes. But with 6 seconds left, if y'all haven't seen it, I'm not going to say what happened. But it didn't go to full 30 minutes. How did that match make you feel? Because you put out a lot in that match.
How did the match make me feel?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen. But Trish brought her A game, and like all that stuff she was giving me in the ring, it's like, you know, shoot, I got to give it back to you now. Like, I was nervous and worried, but at the same time, I felt like I went in there and did my thing. I did what I could. I had a blast with her, and I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Oh, it needs to happen again, because it was 29 minutes and 54 seconds of a match. Look.
Man, look, man, don't worry with that. Y'all better, man, look. You're not gonna let that go, are you?
I've been watching the BACW grudges. If y'all don't know, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll put it in the bottom. But you know, I've been seeing the things going on, and I was just like, I thought it was gonna go to full 30. Then we got sudden death. Then it was like, oh, it was right at that point. But she had you in the mood for like over a minute though. So you know, I understand, Tootie. I understand. Mm-hmm. Now we do have to talk about two other things. Behind me are two posters. Black Wrestlers Matter over here. Okay. Mission Pro over here. So, wow. Mission Pro.
Yeah.
Black Wrestlers Matter hit me the day before Mission Pro last show, and they was like, "You want to announce this match? It's your match you sponsored. It was you versus Keith Mack."
Yes.
I had no idea I was going to see you at Mission Pro, because I think I sent you a message. I was like, "Oh, I tweeted out, where is Tootie Lynn at?" Just on some random, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in Dallas. Thanks for checking on me." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then you show up at Mission Pro in can I say the tag team name? You and Killer Kate, Killer Dragons?
Yeah.
Yo, you both impressed me in that match. Mission Pro, if y'all, the tag team tournament, Killer Dragons need to be in that. But was that you guys' like first time tagging? Because your chemistry in that match was great.
Oh, yes. That was my first time tagging with Kate. That was my first time tagging with Kate. And yeah, like, I was even shocked. I'm like, dang, like, Kate, we good together. We need to do this more often. Like, whether it don't have to be in Texas. It can be somewhere else too. But yeah, Kate and our chemistry is great.
Hey, book Killer Kate and Tootie Lynn, and you'll be tag team. Book more tag matches, as I see people say, but you'll love to see it there. Now, at Black Wrestlers Matters, you face Keith Mack in a match that I just rewatched earlier today, and I liked the match. And Tootie Lynn, let me just say, you making some great strides out here. To be, you should have been in the After the 50 that I did with Black Wrestling podcast. But what's your outlook when you got into wrestling that you wanted to accomplish? Say, like in the next 2 to 3 years.
What do I want to accomplish?
Yes.
Well, my biggest accomplishment is to obviously get a contract. I want to go overseas and wrestle with Stardom. I wouldn't mind going to Mexico to wrestle. I'll go back to Canada and wrestle again. I want to go to the UK. Italy don't sound bad neither. I want to go to Europe. I want to go everywhere. I want to wrestle everywhere, man.
She's saying book her wherever so she can wrestle all over the world.
All over. Australia too. Shoot.
They got too many bugs over there for me. I couldn't do it. I thought about like they got some big spiders over there. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, my Lord. You big baby.
I am. You know, I'm a city person. I don't do the country, nothing like that. But I'll do
you wow.
Can I say one more thing though? I'm sorry, and I totally forgot about this, and I don't know why it slipped my mind. I'm mad at myself. But my biggest match was between myself and Jazz.
I saw that on Alton.
Shout out to her, because that match, man, oh my gosh.
I'm glad I witnessed that part.
I'm glad you said that, because I watched that match also. And
I
you'll
was
probably
yeah, I don't know how it slipped my mind. I was like, oh, I wrestled Jazz too. I got to give her a shout out too. Thank you, Miss Jazz, for everything. Thank you so much. Like, this lady is a pioneer and all. Thank you.
she stopped my transition. I was going I was going to transition in that, like, so we was talking about big matches, but someone who's on their retirement tour right now, you already faced last year. And Jazz, thank you for what you're doing. Keep going. We love to see it out here.
Don't stop, Miss Jazz. Don't stop. Keep going.
So, talk about Jazz. Who's the other person she named?
I said Jazz, Su Young, and Hakeem.
All right. So, the independent landscape. Everybody got a list and they write down their list and they say, these are people that we want to face. Do you have 3 names of people on the independent scene or just in wrestling that you would like to face?
I know I named Big Swole, Ariel Monroe. I want to wrestle Mike Outlaw.
Oh.
I want to wrestle Fred Yehai.
New AAW World Champion. I see you, Fred.
Mm-hmm. And I would also like to wrestle Kiera Hogan.
That could happen.
Yeah.
That could happen. That could. Kiera, make it happen. That's very interesting that you said that. Huh?
Why is that?
Just little things that we do because we love wrestling. But it's just interesting you said that. We'll see if that happens down the road. So, you know, I lean in and I do this little thing with everybody who comes on here just to throw the interview off. And I go, Rock or Stone Cold?
Rock or Stone Cold?
Mm-hmm.
The Rock.
It's no right or wrong answer. I just feel a little bit better about people if they pick The Rock. All right. Cinko, you said you had one.
I got a question. So you did Rock and Stone Cold. I got one for you. Mike Outlaw, Camero Jackson.
Go against my brother.
Because I just want to know. No, there's no right or wrong answer.
Just or.
Yeah. Even though you're probably going to have to see them today at the dojo. So.
I do see them today. Like, I got training tonight, man. Camero Jackson.
Woo!
Over Mike?
Because, man, y'all don't understand. Like, me and Camero, like, we be having so much fun together. Every time we have fun, here comes Outlaw. Here comes Outlaw trying to shut it down or something. Like, boy, get out of here. Outlaw stay mad at me and Camero. He'd be like, yo, he'd be like, this Outlaw right here. He'd be like, man, y'all play too much, man. Like, man, I can't stand y'all.
You scratching his beard?
He be scratching his beard, man. Y'all play too much. My beard too big, and I ain't got time for this. Shut up.
Oh man.
Be quiet. I love my brothers though. I love them both to death. Those two are also one of my biggest supporters.
So just to make sure, he asked you between Mike Outlaw and Hill Camero, you said Hill.
Hill.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we know that she picked Hill over Mike.
As long as Mike here, that's all I care about.
Oh, okay. Mike out.
I would have done the same thing.
You know, you out here doing your thing and she good. All right. Tootie, that's bad. That's real bad. Cinko, you got any more questions before I do my last thing that we do here?
I got this is just one little question. There's nothing too major because I know she mentioned the matches and that how she actually wanted to have a match against Mike Outlaw. So it kind of transitioned this one because I know that you have been wrestling in a number of matches against people of the opposite sex. Basically, you've been wrestling against men. You've been like one-on-one matches. I saw you in the a fatal 5-way match at Glory Pro. When you did that match, took a little nasty bump, but you tough though. You tough. I'll give you that. Made me cringe a little bit, and I saw it, but you tough. But how do you feel about intergender matches?
I think intergender matches are fun. I don't mind doing it. I think it's something different. I think it's something bookers need to just get used to. I think it's great that men and women get to, feel each other out, get to wrestle each other, because then, that challenges men to learn how to work with women, and that challenges women to learn how to work with men.
True.
I've been going over this scenario in my head while we've been talking. No, listen, it's August 28th, right?
Yes.
It's the pay-per-view setting.
Yep.
NWA back in St. Louis at the Chase.
Yep.
They do their intro. First match happened. First person come walking out. It's Tootie Lynn Ramsey in her hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Whoever they pitch you up against, and you win the match. That's how I'm picturing in my head that NWA Empowerrr goes to start off the show.
Mm-hmm.
That you get that first match there in your hometown. And you just keep going, because are any other women in St. Louis that we should know about? That you all know of? Because I've been looking, but I haven't come across.
No, that's the only one I know.
Just being in St. Louis. How would you feel about if you won the tournament and then it's night 2 on NWA 73rd anniversary? You got to face Camille, because I saw her look at you when they said whoever wins the tournament may face the NWA champion. She gave you that look, and you gave her that look, and I was like,
Look, if I do get the opportunity to face Camille, she just better bring her A game. She better be ready.
There it is.
Tough.
Real tough. So again, Mission Pro #1 book Killer Dragons tag team tournament. Any other company, because they can travel outside of they don't even live in Texas. So book them on your show tag team match. Okay. #2, NWA, August 28th. She the first interest in her hometown. She gonna win. If she don't win, she was supposed to win, and something happened. So don't. Yeah. #3, Tootie Lynn versus Trisha Dora 2 needs to happen. #4, if you don't know, she already had Jazz on her resume last year before the retirement tour happened, and she thanked Jazz, and that's like one of the best matches. Go watch the match. It's on YouTube. Type in Jazz versus Tootie Lynn, and it'll come straight up for you. It's a nice match to watch. All right, Tootie. So anybody we bring on the show, we have to give time for them to, what I like to call, put yourself over. So what this is you let the people know your social media, any ways they can support you. If you got like any t-shirt stores, anything that you have coming up, we just want you to put yourself over.
Okay. So t-shirt wise, go to at Mouthpiece Wrestling is where they sell all the wrestler shirts, including mine. I also got hoodies on there. And then my social media, Tootie Lynn Ramsey on Facebook, at Tootie Lynn Ramsey on Instagram, at the Tootie Lynn on Twitter.
Tootie, I got to ask you. You said you got hoodies, right? So I did marketing in my younger life. Do you have any hoodies where like your mask, and it can, you know how they got the zip hoodies and everything, but it can be like your mask or anything?
Oh, I don't. So the hoodie that I got is a black hoodie. It's a zip up hoodie though, and it got like my Say Shane logo on the back.
Yeah. Maybe in the future, that hood with that.
There we go.
Yeah.
killing them out here.
Yeah.
Cinko, St. Louis bred. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
Tootie Lynn, you gave us a little bit of time after, you got a busy schedule. You're on your way to training now and getting ready for NWA coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all don't know, she getting ready for that training. Go watch BACW, Trisha Dora versus Tootie Lynn, 30-minute Iron Woman match. First time ever, 2 African-American women, and they tear it up.
Yeah.
Holds, locks, back and forth. At the end of it, they have what they call moments of intensity. So you can watch that part too. It's real dope. But thank you, Tootie, for giving us this time. Thank you for giving us this talk right after you get announced for NWA. I'm an NWA guy, so this is big for me. So I'll see you on the 28th. Maybe before that, but I'll see. Oh, if you lose your match to Brooke, you gonna give her your spot?
Absolutely. Mine.
Brooke asked for the spot. I mean, she said you say that when you scared, but I mean, like,
who's scared? And who's ain't nobody talking about losing. I'm not gonna lose to Brooke.
Hey, I just asked the question because I saw the back and forth on Twitter. So,
yeah, all right.
Brooke, she ain't gonna lose to you. Hey,
lose to her, no.
And you can't have her spot anyway.
No,
can't. Hey, I'm Terry Trady. I thank Tootie Lynn for joining us. And I love wrestling. I always like to start stuff. So as I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.